They're the 6th-ranked team in the nation, the AP poll, 7th in the coaches poll. Had a monster performance last night in a trap game. I really thought it was one of those instances where they have an opponent looking towards the future on a Saturday night. Joining us right now, a member of that Aztecs team, Aqeel Quinn. Aqeel, good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How's it going over there?
Everything is everything right now. You guys had a great win last night against the Utah State team that your head coach, Steve Fisher, mentioned is a good basketball team, but you guys made it look real bad. You won the game 60-45, but the game really wasn't even that close. Is that how you guys felt on the court?
Yeah, a little bit. To start the game, I felt like we were way more focused coming into the game. You know, we got to rest our legs a little bit and just really focusing on the mental part of the aspect of the game. And we watched a lot of film, and we were definitely ready for this time around against Utah State. We didn't want it to have a close outcome like the last time we played them.
Well, you guys had a close outcome against the Air Force Academy just on Saturday. So did the players, did some fellow players get into you guys a little bit, or even Steve Fisher, as far as, hey, this needs to be a little bit different than what happened on Saturday because you guys can't overlook your opponents?
Yeah. We try to not to overlook any opponent to come into a game, but as players, we definitely talked amongst ourselves to come out stronger and much harder. We're pretty battle tested, and we didn't want to have another close game.
Now, Aqeel, the Seattle Seahawks, they won a Super Bowl by proudly saying they had a chip on their shoulder. They didn't get enough national attention. You guys are the 6th team in the nation. You don't get a lot of national love that I think you should get. Probably, I think you should get more than you get. Do you guys have a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah. Coach Fisher talks about having a chip on our shoulder. But I think as a whole team, everyone has a chip on their shoulder. Couple guys have a lot of stuff to prove this year, and I think it's helped us throughout the whole year.
Aqeel, you guys were actually picked to finish 4th in the Mountain West Conference, and this was like almost a rebuilding year for this team, for Steve Fisher, and you guys have proved teams otherwise. I mean, looking at what you guys have done, 23-2 overall, 12-1 Mountain West Conference play. Is the game Saturday against New Mexico kind of that barometer to see where you guys are at as a basketball team, or is that already passed?
I wouldn't call it a barometer, but we definitely have this circled on our calendars for a big game to look out for, because this is definitely a rivalry game, and we know a couple players on their team, and they know who we are, and we're looking forward to it. Now,
do you think you guys are going to be as geeked up as you were, or even more than what you were against Kansas? I mean, you guys went into Allen Fieldhouse and really shut them down, but it looked like a business-like performance from you guys that time. What about going into the pit? How different of an environment is it there?
This is my first year playing for the team, so only a couple guys played last year for the Aztecs going into the pit last year. So we only heard stories from like Xavier and Winston and Sky for what to be ready for, and then after that, it's just pretty much a basketball game as far as the fans and them playing a part in the game, but. Once juices get flowing and we start feeling like we're pretty comfortable in the game, I think that'll all pass.
Now, in a close game, you guys have the fans. They're called the show. There, they're loud. They're ready to go. In a close game, do you guys feed off the fans? Does home court advantage really matter, or do you kind of just block everybody else out and just do your thing and muscle memory kicks in?
I think it definitely plays a part into our energy level, of course, because on the road it's just all 11 guys plus the coaches, so the energy has to come from within. And then at home, you score a couple of baskets, you get on a nice little run, and then the fans they really kick it up a notch for us, and we could definitely feel the energy, like there's a whole spark onto the floor. Sometimes we can feel the floor vibrating, and
That's
it
awesome.
definitely plays its part.
Aqeel Quinn with us on XTRA Sports 1360. Member of the Aztecs basketball team, 6th-ranked team in the nation. Aqeel, you mentioned that this is your first year as a member of the Aztecs. You're a transfer from Cal State Northridge, and you grew up in the Hawthorne area. Tell me, how big of a difference is it for you from coming from the Big West Conference to the Mountain West Conference? Because this conference is loaded with competition.
Yeah, I think the competition is very, very much different. The high level of competition is what you want as a kid growing up, and is what I envisioned myself playing as. You know, coming from where I came from, and I watched Russell Westbrook. He went to the same high school as me, so when I saw him go to UCLA, I idolized him, and I just wanted to be on the same kind of stage as I saw him play on. So that's where it all comes from.
So what does it feel like now that you're playing with one of the best teams in the nation? You go from Cal State Northridge to San Diego State. It's a team that's been on the map for quite a while now, and in large part because of your head coach, Steve Fisher. He's got a rich tradition, and he's had a successful career in coaching. He notched his 300th win this season against Colorado State. What is it like playing for Coach Fisher?
Man, Coach Fisher I feel like he's one of the best coaches I ever had in my life, for real. 'Cause he lets you have so much freedom to play how you want to play, coming on offense, and then he just gives you the ultimate confidence to play how you want to play. And, coming from Northridge to here, I wouldn't expect to, be on this type of level that the team is on right now. And I haven't really been able to sit back and, look back on everything, but I'm just enjoying every moment of it. And Coach Fisher is definitely playing a big part in this, and I love playing for him. And
you said earlier that he brings out the best in you guys. Earlier in the season, he talked about how he has like an open door policy. He knows he's a top man, and you guys respect his authority, but he also allows you guys to kind of voice your opinions and let him know what's going on offensively or defensively. Did you really expect that from him? And did you expect that kind of environment coming into San Diego?
No, I feel like, being the guy who he is, I thought he was, kind of more demanding of, like the floor, take over everything. But it was totally different when I came in. He let not only us talk, but his assistant coaches talk, and when it's somebody's time to speak, it's their time to speak. He lets everyone have the floor, and he doesn't interrupt. He listens to you intently, and he tries his best to fulfill everyone's needs.
Now, Aqeel, less than a month away is Selection Sunday. I think it's March 18th, something around there. How is it hard not to look ahead and say and think about where your guys are going to go, what your seed's going to be? Is it hard to keep it one game at a time?
I think it's kind of 50-50. You kind of look forward to it because it's what you look forward to it around this time of the year every year, and then we still have the rest of the conference, which we want to come in first and do good in the conference. So, it's kind of 50-50. We love playing in the Mountain West Conference, and we can't wait for March Madness. So it's 50-50.
Aqeel, your season's far from done. We're going to let you go and get you back to it, but good looking out. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Good luck on Saturday, but more importantly, good luck the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.